Good morning, y'all. It is Wednesday, June 8th. So happy Wednesday, happy hump day, happy middle of the week day, happy whatever day it is for you. Sometimes I wonder about the direction that I want to take my channel in, or the direction I want to take like my blog or just my life in general. And I've realized lately that, you know what, everything that I go through in my life is all about, it's leading me or guiding me to my purpose, right? So why try to separate stuff? Anywho, because sometimes people will separate things and they feel like, okay, they want to talk about one subject, but I feel like my life and my journey involves everything. These videos are to encourage you, but also to just let you know, like, it's real out here in these streets. Like, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I'm trying to discover who I am at 29 years old. I'm trying to just figure out who I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing in my life right now. So it's all a part of my journey. Like, I can't leave a specific thing out. I'm sure if we could choose one thing not to deal with in our lives, we would, but we don't have that choice. I mean, we do have that choice, but we don't. In my situation, I have to be a mom. I have to be a wife. I have to take care of myself. I have to remember me. I can't choose not to deal with motherhood at some point in my life. That's just not an option. I got kids, so I'm forever stuck with children until the day that I die. So, with that being said, I don't know if I'm ranting today, but I'm talking about, I'm just going through some craziness with this homeschool stuff. And, I don't know. Like, as the time gets closer, see, school is about to be out where I'm in Florida. So school is about to be out soon. Actually, I think tomorrow is last day of school. But summertime, of course, this is June. So I have like 2 months to figure something out, whether I want to put my son in public school or if I want to homeschool him. And I can look at my situation right now and make a decision, but I don't want to do that, because from the time that I've been thinking about homeschool, which has been like the past year or so, but I've really been serious about it for like the past few months, because public school, there's craziness, and I'm learning my son, and I'm learning who he is and his personality, and he's a very hands-on, visual, active little boy. And I feel like putting him in routine is just not going to be an option, right? So, because I don't like routine, and I don't want my son to, like, because I grew up, I wasn't homeschooled or anything, of course. I went to school, kindergarten through 12th grade, and college. There is a routine, and I don't want to teach my son routine in that way. Like, I want to teach him order and organization and to do things right and stuff like that, as I learned to be orderly and organized in my life. But I don't want my children to be stuck to one thing for like 50 years of their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. It's like bump the traditional stuff. So anywho, yesterday, I went to the library, and I was just trying to get information about homeschooling. And this is not an easy decision, because people could easily be like, I'm just going to put him in school and then bam, I don't have to worry about anything, because the teachers provide everything, curriculum, systems, and all that stuff. But for me, I have to figure out everything on my own. So I have to figure out how I'm going to teach him and what are we going to talk about every day. And there's not going to be routine like a school would if he had to get up and go to school every morning, but there's going to be, he has to learn. So I felt myself getting overwhelmed at one point, but excuse me, y'all, I'm pregnant, I can't breathe, so I have to like take breaths. But I'm like, as I figure everything out, it's just, I just don't know, y'all. I'm not saying I don't know about homeschooling, But, you know, of course I have so many people in my ear. Oh, you know, there is good schools out there and stuff like that. But it's not about good schools. It's about having a good learning experience for my kid. Like, my kid does not have to go to public school to learn. I can teach him. But I have to worry about, you know, not necessarily curriculums, but taking it day to day. And at first I was putting so much pressure on myself till it almost made me feel like I want to enroll my kid in school. But at the same time, there's so many reasons why I'm not enrolling him in public school. One reason being is because I don't know where we're going to be. Like, you know, my husband and I, we want to move. We don't know where we're going to move at. We might end up in a different city. We might, not, you know, 10 minutes away city. I mean, like a different city, like an hour away, or maybe even another state. We don't know where our lives are going to take us in the next, you know, for the rest of this year. So that would be one reason why. The next reason why is I want my son to learn freedom, like to experience freedom and not so much routine, which I said already. I just feel more comfortable homeschooling him. I don't feel comfortable putting him in public school like I was in public school. Honestly, I didn't like school. Not saying that my son won't like school, but I don't know. And I consider putting him in something like Montessori. I think it's Montessori school. If you don't know what Montessori is, it's very hands-on, visual. It allows the kids to be creative. You know, the Facebook founder and a whole bunch of like big company founders went to Montessori school and stuff like that. So I considered that, but I couldn't get into any of those schools. And it's a hard thing. But I'm going to vlog about this as I go along. I'm going to vlog about the things that I'm finding, the information that I'm finding out, because I want to encourage other moms to homeschool their children. I think it's a good decision. And if you learn not to put so much like pressure on yourself about it, it will work out. Because so I see that so many parents like, oh my God, you know, my son is finally 5. He's going to school. That's one out of the house and blah, blah, blah. But if you think about it, like, first off, your kid is your responsibility. Second off, you had to wait 5.5 years to even get him or her to kindergarten. And then, like, you can do it. Like, God did not give us the privilege of childbearing if you couldn't handle the responsibility of taking care of a kid. And I believe teaching your child and the learning process is 100% you versus depending on a teacher to teach your kid. Now, I'm not saying that homeschooling is for everybody, but you know, it's something to consider in this day and age. You know, a lot of people don't consider homeschooling. I think an African American community for sure does not consider homeschooling. I've seen like a handful of homeschooling moms that are black here and there, but all the research that I've done, blogs that I've read, information that I'm getting, the majority is not black people, which saddens me because I want to look to resources of my color to find me information or, you know, provide me information. Like, that's community, that's unity. To have people of your color doing the, you know, something that you're interested in doing, not makeup and hair and all that great stuff. Like, where's the homeschooling people and stuff like that? Like, not saying that I haven't seen none. I feel like I haven't seen enough. And where I live, I know there's not many in where I live. That's why I desire to move to like a place like Atlanta so bad, because the black community in Atlanta is like in everything. So, you know, that's my rant for today, homeschooling and where I am right now. But I think I have decided to homeschool, because I did a video previously a few months ago with my son, just like 5 or 10 minute video, just telling him like, you know, mommy is thinking about homeschooling you and what do you think and stuff like that. And of course he wants to stay home. He wakes up every morning, I want to stay home, I want to stay home. And you know, this is my time to teach him that, you know, it's not about you just staying home or playing on your tablet or anything like that. You're gonna learn, and we're gonna take a lot of field trips, and you're gonna be a mommy. And then the other thing is that a month after, you know, I'm gonna start homeschooling him, I'm going to be having another kid. Like, we're adding another baby to our family. But should I use that as an excuse to put him in public school? No. Like, don't let people, if you're a mom and you're black, don't let friends or family or other people change your mind. Like, if you feel strongly about how you want to teach your children, then you do that. Like, don't let other people tell you how your child should learn and what you should do with your children and stuff like that, because that's so traditional to just throw your kid in a public school. And then the other thing is, like, I even wanted to put him in a private school, like a good school, and you know, we can't afford to put him in a school like that right now, which is sad as well, because if we feel like we want to get good education, they don't even provide enough resources for us to have the options to put our kids in a good school. So there's so many reasons for me wanting to homeschool my son. So that's my rant for today. Yes, I am going to homeschool my son, because I know I can do it. I'm going to stop telling myself that I haven't been telling myself that I can't. But I'm not going to allow people to tell me what I should and should not do when it comes to my kids and how they should learn and what I should do with them, and I should be doing this or that, and at 5 years old he should be doing this and stuff like that. Oh, okay. Everybody makes their own decisions about their children, and I'm deciding to homeschool my kid. So if you're a mom out there who is thinking about homeschooling and, you know, you just don't know what to do, I'm encouraging you to really look into it, dig deep, really deep. Like, don't just say you find some information to be like, oh, I can't do that, or I can't afford homeschool, or I can't this and that, because not being able to afford homeschool is not true either, because after a certain amount of time you realize that you don't even need homeschooling. I mean, you don't even need a lot of money to homeschool. So I want to encourage you, reach out to me. You know, I'm thinking eventually to start like a group or a resource page, or just something dedicated solely to my homeschooling journey, and just to encourage other African American moms to do the same. Like, I want to travel with my kids, and I'm planning on doing that this year. Like, I'm planning on starting to add travel to my life, and I am taking my kids along. And putting him in a public school is not going to do that. It's not going to allow him to travel a lot, or, you know, there's just a lot of restraints to putting kids in public school, especially when you have big plans for your life. And I know if I'm trying to pursue purpose in my life, my kids gonna have to be right there with me. And a part of my purpose, I feel right now, is not to put my son in public school. So what? So that's my rant for today, for like the third or fourth time that I've said that. But, you know, if you need community, just reach out to me. I'm not an expert. I'm not like seasoned. I don't know a lot of stuff, but I'm learning. And it's a process. You have to start somewhere in order to, you know, to get where you want to be. So, happy Wednesday. And excuse me for not being able to breathe, y'all. But this pregnancy situation is so lit. Like, really lit. But you guys have a good day. Follow my blog, womenversusfreedom.com. Follow me on Instagram, crystalversusfreedom.com. I have all the information up at, I don't know what side of the screen it will be, but it's up in the header, or I have it in the description box. Like I said, I'm going to start a resource page for homeschooling soon, and I'm just praying about it, and I advise you to do the same. So have a happy Wednesday.